Okay, I'm in the skylight entrance to a cave, heading down underneath this natural bridge to the other end of the cave. Now this end is gated, I don't have the key, so I won't be going much farther this way, but I want to keep going right to go anti-clockwise or counterclockwise or something equivalent to that. So here we go. Man, notice all the bugs here. So you come here in the winter, obviously the bugs are hibernating or whatever, so they're not in the way, but the parking situation around here is ugly in the winter, so you gotta be kind of practical here. Yeah, notice how the ceiling's very rough in some areas, but relatively smooth in others. And you can see the steel gate ahead. Like I said, I don't have the key, and I sure as heck I'm gonna pick the lock. I don't even, well, that'd be weird. Try to pick a lock out of a giant steel gate. Might as well go rob Fort Knox if you're that ambitious. Anyway, but I'm gonna pan up just so you can see how the ceiling is very uneven, right? Parts of it are like kind of flat but rough, and some are not so flat and very rough. Just a really interesting little cave. Ooh, ah. It's a little tricky getting in and out. When there's no snow or ice, it's not too bad. Oh, whoops. I waited, dang, I stepped on a rock and it rolled under my weight. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So, coming here in the winter is very treacherous. I'd recommend waiting till late summer, actually. This is early May. That's because I've been here before, so I know what I got myself into. Okay. I'm going to turn on my light so I can peek in between the steel here. See if I can look in here without getting myself arrested for trespassing. I don't see any cops, do you? Alright. It'd be funny if there was like a sign that says no peeking. Okay, I'm too far to the right here. So let me go over here. Now I'm actually standing by the gate. See if I can see anything. Yeah. So this is like the biggest cave in the area, but yeah, it's gated. I'm not sure why it's gated, but somebody decided it was a good idea, so it is the end. Let's see if I can very carefully look through the gate here. Oh, nothing to see here. Move along. All right, well, I don't see anything particularly valuable in there. All right, well, there's that end of the cave, as far as I could tell. Wow, look at this natural bridge here, and the rock is like 10 feet thick or more. So it's very stable. So it's perfectly safe to walk across the top or underneath. But, of course, down here, except, of course, there's still some snow. It's seriously like 70 degrees outside Fahrenheit, so it's nice and warm, but it still takes a while for the snow to disappear. Wow, look at all the color here. So I'm standing up almost with the ceiling, so I get to go down like 20 feet here. Wow, I can feel a nice cold wind. If I remember right, the cave ahead is nice and long, so it should be nice and cold in there. Hopefully some ice. Hopefully not enough that I'm going to get myself hurt or worse, damage the camera. Here we go. Darn it. Almost, see, there was a rock with moss on it. I was going to try not to step on the moss, so trying to step over the rock, I almost tripped. Whoops. Man, now I'm going uphill. So yeah, I'm wearing a jacket because it's cold in the cave, but now I'm hot because it's hot outside. Okay, well, maybe not hot. It's warm outside the cave. So look at this. There's an upper level up there. Notice how rough the ceiling is. Wow. Look at this rock here. And look at this. The root of this tree. Holy cow. And then down here is dozens of feet. Notice how the wall is very rough, like it's multiple layers or separate rocks or something. Very tricky. So, let's see if I can get down here and do some caving, shall we? Oh, that's cool. Look at this. There's like solid rock up there. There's roots sticking out. Now that's impressive. Huh, nice. Huh, wonder how the tree's doing. All right, down we go. There's loose rock here. I need to be careful not to trip or cause a little avalanche. But yeah, look at these loose rocks. Don't try to climb on these rocks because you might knock one loose and hurt yourself or something. Yeah, if you want to go rock climbing, go to Smith Rock State Park. But it's outdoors. You won't even need to bring a light. Smith Rock, they don't allow you to go climbing at night. It's only open during the day. I can totally understand that. A lot of people from the city don't understand. Without the city lights, it gets really, 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 really dark outside at night. So yeah, if you were up there at Smith Rock State Park and trying to find your way back without a flashlight, that would be really interesting. But notice how smooth the walls here are at the bottom and then rougher at the top. A lot of caves are like that, uneven. So would that be odd or just uneven? Just like how right is the opposite of left, but it's also the opposite of wrong. Doesn't mean that left and the wrong are the same thing. Alright, it means that right has more than one definition. Alright, and notice these piles of, I think they're from the pine cones or something. I've heard the small rodents like chipmunks or squirrels or something bring them in. Like they eat the seeds or something like that. Notice how the floor is really, really rough here. So, you could very carefully try to call back there if I'm telling you it's a dead end. So, would I lie to you? Well, considering I'm turning around, it's probably close to a dead end. Notice here, this is really cool. Look how the wall came delaminated. A layer of the wall literally peeled off. Don't touch that. I mean, you're probably strong enough to break it off. Leave it alone. Let somebody else look at it too. I've seen layers peel off from, well, I mean, not the action of peeling, but in progress like that. I think it happened when it first formed. I don't think it's still happening. But the point is, sometimes they're a lot thicker. Usually they're not so impressive. See right here too. Down there. It's like one big rock. There's a couple different layers peeling away here. Really cool. So yeah. But this is the last cave around here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this video, then go back to my car and head on out of here. All right, so there's that natural bridge. Notice the way out. I get to climb out here. It looks easy. There's no handrail. Look at this. To the left, you can fall like 20 feet down if you're not careful. So this is another reason, definitely don't come here when there's snow and ice, unless you're a very experienced caver. Know what yourself got yourself into. But anyway, I'm gonna pause the video and get out of here.